and welcome to Angotic 2020. Today we are out in the streets of Luanda, specifically at Talatoma Convention Center here in Luanda, where Angotic 2025 is taking place. It's day 3 of 3, and already we have literally experienced the whole exhibition about technology, and it has been nothing but phenomenal. And as you know, technology always leaves you with that curiosity. But not only that, we had a talk with the minister, Mr. Your Excellency Mario Oliveira yesterday. And then the conversation that we had, it was really very enlightening. He mentioned something to say. One thing that is very crucial is with all this investment that the governance of Angola is making in the ICT industry, all that he's hoping is that the youth of Angola can be able to give back by only being nice to themselves through learning and making sure that they utilize their ICT the ICT equipment and resources that are offered to them. But I'm not by myself today. I am with Thomas in studio. Thomas, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yes.
This is a pleasure talking to you here at the Angotic 2025, where we have seen a lot of young entrepreneurs showing their services and trying to find clients, which is going very well according to them. We have met different people, different ages, who have access to IT for some years now, who can find a very huge difference in their lives between in the past and now.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, we had an interview with Mr. Zolana, who is the Director General of the Angolan Aerospace Program, who told us that at the beginning there were people who didn't even know what is a computer.
Yeah.
Something like 13 years ago. Yes, something like 13 years ago. But now it's people working and controlling the satellites. And yesterday we saw a newborn office of GGPN, which is the GEDAI, responsible for geodatas to Angola, that can contribute a lot for the economic side and also for the development of agriculture and all that stuff. Zolana says, I mean, this is a very good attempt to change the situation in the country, and this makes difference in the lives of many Angolan people. As we can see, Angotic 2025 is one of the most important Angotic phases or celebrations or demonstration or exhibitions, because it coincides with the 50 years celebration of the Angolan independence. This is where we can see, according to the organizers, this one, the Angotic 2025, has received the biggest number of people visiting the stands.
Yes, and you're right. The minister mentioned yesterday that they have, instead of 500, I think they have more than that. And it's something that also I think it intrigued him to say, okay, people are responding to this. But also because you are a citizen of Angola, you know Angola even way better. How do you feel about the IT, the whole ICT, when you go to different places? The store, it might be, companies like the EJAS, all these companies. Do you feel like the technology has really improved compared to a few years ago?
Of course, it has definitely improved. I have a sense that it's even growing quicker than we expected. Because yesterday we spoke to one of the IT companies, TIS, and I had the feeling that that investor was too happy with the situation. Once he says that he has been participating in this Angotic something like 3 times. This is the setup, yes. And he says this is the biggest and the most attractive that he has seen. It means that there is investment, there is interest in ITs. And in the past it was something like forgotten. But now you can see people changing their life, investing in ITs, people not running big companies but small companies. Like yesterday, I'm sure you had the contact with the kind of a generator generating energy without creating any problem for the environment.
And I was like, wait, how does that even get to happen? And it is implemented by a woman also, which is very interesting. I think something that Minister mentioned is they're not trying, they're making this Angotic to be more of a cultural thing. So where like the blind people can also still utilize technology to create something, to learn, and still get employed. I mean, that's I feel like the space is important.
Definitely. And and I think also this is one way of inclusion.
Yeah.
Because every day we are talking about inclusion, and this is, if it is a step to that way, it is very important. Because if people feel included in the process of the country, it doesn't matter how they are, what they feel, but if they feel part of it, yes, this makes the whole difference in a country. And we expect that more and more investments in it will come. As we heard yesterday, many people, mainly those in Luanda and also those out of the capital, they say this is time for the Angotic to take place out of the capital.
I have people saying, can it be provincial? So tell me, is it always in Luanda? And do you guys feel like people in the villages around, that they need to have this not conference, but this events coming to them?
Sure. This is true, because something like Angotic will not only bring people related to IT, it will definitely bring people related to the tourism area as well. And they go along. And we can, of course, see that when there is IT, the tourism will be more mediatized. There will be more information. People will not only listen, but they will also see with their own eyes. Even if they're not present, as people say, IT make the world like a small compound.
Obviously, now with AI and all stuff, while we're still on AI, let me interject. So, for us youngsters, we're very happy and excited about the AI, right? And we're trying to like literally be in it all the time. Well, as someone, I know you might not be older, but you're literally older than us. How does technology mean to you? Like, especially when it comes to AI and whatever, is it easy for you to jungle around the social media platforms, to jungle around the AI software?
I would not say it's easy, but it's a challenge. And challenges is for everyone. It just depends on the will of the people to start. Because I myself have seen very old people much more interested in this area than younger people. But it all depends on how you know it and how you think it can change your life and how it can be benefit the country itself. People say we must think globally, but we think global but act locally. I mean, there is many.
Think globally but act locally.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes. This is an old saying. I don't know who's the original owner of the phrase, but this is very important, because if you take the opportunity, if you get the chance to handle what you didn't expect, but you have it, no matter how small or big it is. But if you have an opportunity, it all depends how you're gonna manage to make this opportunity become a really gain for your life and for the life of the society itself. That's why this reference is not only, I'm sure it's not only for young, but it's for those who, no matter how old they are, no matter where they are, it's for those who can handle it and get this opportunity, no matter how small it is, but make it as big as possible. And you can see the people around here. It's a lot of people, different ages, coming from far away.
Very different ages. I mean, I saw kids. I'm like, okay, this is very interesting. Now we can bring kids to get to learn about this from the young age.
This is true, because I saw the access. There is something that caught my attention: family access. So, yes,
that's exceptional. No, that's exceptional.
Yes.
They literally knew what they were doing.
Yes. And people say this time is the only Angotic 2025 is the only organization where they can see a place reserved for kids, so that if they're tired of walking around, they can stop in a place, have an ice cream, talk to different kids, different social parts of the country and also of the capital. This makes this session much more interesting. And of course, a day like this, like today, is Saturday. People could stay at home, but you see all the families together. Now, all the people who have more access and have more information about IT, about AI, can now start sharing with the kids, with the younger ones. So it means these kids growing now with the access they have, they will have a different in life from us. Definitely, they will have more opportunities. They will have more chances. They will have of course, more opportunities to invest mainly in this area, because what we didn't have in the past, our kids now have. So it means they have more opportunities, and they have the chance to see at a certain age what we didn't see when we were there.
Incredible. So we are still here, Thomas and myself. We are Africa Headline. So I just want you to just make sure that if you leave us comments now, do comments so that we can get to know what is your thought about Angotic with the little information that we provided. And then stay tuned. We are still continuing with the topic about the Angotic ICT 2025. So they are key focuses, especially with 2025 in particular, which is communication, modernization, and developing Angola. And then I'm still going to rephrase it to you as a resident of Angola. How do you, what are the things, because remember our leaders, some of the things, they do as much as they can, but the community knows more of what is needed because they are in the community, they see that. What are the things that you being in the community, you're looking at it like, when it comes to communication, I wish I can do better in this. I wish I can do better here when it comes to modernization. I wish I can do better here when it comes to developing Angola. It can be with skills. You just mentioned about, you have young kids here, but I think it's a question of like, do they even know where they can even go and learn more about what they see in the exhibition?
Well, when we talk about these three aspects, we are along with the human being development itself as well. Because in the past in Angola, something like 10, 15 years ago, you couldn't see a lot of people interested in showing what is happening now in case there is an activity that would harm the human rights and all that stuff. Now if something happens, everybody will know in a minute, because people is now having different culture. And this is also modernization.
Yeah.
And communication is included in it. Development also. Because in the past everybody was afraid of it. Because what happens is IT is also giving us a wider vision of life, of what life is, and is making us, or people in general also, to know more about their rights and what they can demand.
Yeah.
And if they see that their demand is not being attended, of course they have a way to complain, to show the authorities what is happening.
Yeah.
And this is development, because in the past everybody had to go to the police station if something wrong happens.
Yeah.
But now even if you don't move,
take a picture and
take a picture. And the minister of Home Affairs that we have now used to be the minister of IT.
Yeah, so he understands.
He understands, and he's like all the time also monitoring what is happening in the.
What is happening also in the
in the society itself. That's why they sometimes don't even don't wait for the call, like 1112 to call them and say what this is happening here, like the emergency number. No, because if they see what is happening, they will send the authorities, the securities, and all the forces to go and do their job. Yes, this is the advantages.
Oh my God. I think also, I mean, being young, there's certain things that also, like, I still get scared, to be honest, Thomas. I'm like, everything now when I go online, I must put my information.
Listen, the kids
all come
from a school. They're from a school.
But can you leave the kids here? We want the viewers to really see that we do have kids in the blog.
Yes. I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe it's a group of students.
Yes. Come through, kids. You can come through here. We got kids in the building. How are you?
Tudo bem, filho? Tudo bem, né?
Tudo bem a visita? Do you guys speak Portuguese?
Todos falam português ou alguém fala inglês?
What did they learn from being here? What did they learn from being here today?
Eu não. Quem quer falar bocadinho sobre o que já aprendeu aqui hoje? Quem quer, podemos virar para a câmera, tá bem? Menina, a que hora chegou aqui? O que você já viu? O que mais lhe interessou?
Chegamos às 10 horas.
E o que já viu? O que mais lhe interessou aqui?
Montar um quebra-cabeça e fazer a energia elétrica.
This kid has been here for something like 2 hours, but she finds it very interesting. She has found her heartbreak game and also, heads break game, and also the screen generator. Yes, that makes her feel very happy because she received the explanation that that is a different power source.
Wow, guys, that's incredible. Okay, can you ask the boy something?
O que já viu aqui que lhe interessou até agora?
Montar o quebra-cabeça, coisa brincar, ver o robô, muitas coisas.
Mas o quê?
Muitas coisas só.
Okay, I have seen a lot of things and I can't describe them all, but I'm very happy for that.
Yes. Did they see robots? Ask them if they see robots and what they think about it.
Alguém de vocês aqui viu os robôs? O que achou do robô?
Gostei muito de robôs e gostaria mais uma vez de vir aqui.
I have seen the robots. I loved it, and I'm sure I want to come back here to see them again.
Oh man, Keith, thank you so much. I think, Thomas, if you have another question, we can ask one more. I can see the boy wanna talk.
Quer falar bocadinho? Diga-nos alguma coisa, o que viu, o que mais gostou?
Eu gostei dos carros que têm comando, das aulas que têm nos dado e da entrevista que fizemos.
I mainly love the hybrid car. That's very good. That made a difference in my life.
Yeah.
I also had some lessons to know how things work, but I don't have to forget to mention this interview I have had here.
Oh,
this is very nice.
Thank you, kids. Obrigado.
Muito obrigado pela vossa visita. Continuem, que Deus vos abençoe, okay? Amém. Amém. That's a pleasure having interview with you. Okay. Now you can see the reality of what we're talking about, Neo. I mean, it's people who. Please, she speaks English. Very good.
So we have more students that we just want to make sure that we include in this Isarima baby. So we include them in this stream. You'll forgive us, viewers. Of course, we were not even expecting this ourselves, but we have youngsters, and we really want to hear their thoughts because we were literally looking for them. We were talking about them before they appeared, so they are here now. So I think you can go ahead and ask a young lady a question. Can you speak English?
No.
Diga-nos bocadinho, o que está a achar do Angotic 2025?
Acho uma feira muito ajudante no que consiste em ver o futuro da tecnologia de informação e comunicação para o país angolano.
I mean, this is a very important fair because from here we can see the future. This is what this young lady is saying. The future of life is here, and this can show us how important the technology and ITs are for our lives. And I'm very interested in it.
Can you ask them, is it an industry that they feel like they can launch into for just being in this exhibition today?
Essa é uma indústria da qual você pensa que pode fazer parte no futuro, ou que diferença essa indústria pode fazer na sua vida?
Vai fazer muita diferença porque antes de existir, posso assim dizer que eu não tinha muito conhecimento, mas depois de existir, passei a saber mais sobre a tecnologia de informação, ajudou muito e acho que vai ajudar muito no meu desenvolvimento acadêmico e para mais lá no fundo, para a minha profissão.
There's no way I will not make part of it because all this stuff here, all this technology is part of our lives. Now for my studies and in the future for me as a professional. So it will make the whole difference in my life and there's no way I can be away from it. I will be touching it and I will keep growing until I get there.
Wow, this is so exceptional. I'm touched. I wish this kind of opportunities that as a youngster, if you get to have them, is like a prize that like nobody can pay. Like this is like measured. So let's ask a young lady there one question. I'll just give it to you to just continue asking just one question.
Fala-nos bocadinho daquilo que você achou do Angotic 2025 até agora.
Eu achei que o Angotic de 2025 até agora Está a ser muito tecnológico, ensina várias coisas e ele mostra assim, no futuro o que, nós vamos ver daqui em diante. E evoluiu muito. Gostei muito de ver.
This is fantastic. It makes the whole difference in my life because almost all the technology I can find here, not only outside of the country but also inside here. It makes a difference because it will help us.
What would be like your moment with them in a place like this? Well, there are so many opportunities and even more careers for them to kind of like pick.
Well, as a father, I can tell you that as long as you give your kids an opportunity you didn't have, you're a winner already.
I mean, this is something that Minister, Your Excellency Mario mentioned yesterday.
Really?
Yes, he said something to say it's crucial to give opportunities to this future children of Angola because they're future leaders of Angola. It's important that he gives this opportunity or he creates this event for them because we did not have the opportunity like this. So what you're saying, wow.
Yeah, exactly, because this makes the whole difference in the life of a kid. There's one thing we must understand.
Yeah.
The kids and the ears, mouth and the nose of a kid, although we don't believe, we might not believe, they work different from an old man. Because there are things, we can look at the same thing with the kid, but the kid may see things that we don't see.
Yeah.
That's why we must give them an opportunity so that they can walk on their own steps and get the chance we didn't have. It will definitely make the change in their life. Because there are people who have talent, they are talented, but they don't have the means, they don't have the opportunities. If we can put it, give them the opportunity to use it, and of course use it in a good way, it will make the difference, not only in their life, not only in their city, not only in their country, but it will make a difference in the whole global.
Wow, that's so exceptional. So before we even get to go for a break, we're going to be coming back with interviews. So we're going to be talking to people that are exhibiting here from radio stations that are using the technology, the TV stations that are using the technology, the people that are running like the IT companies. We're going to be bringing as many as possible as we can bring here so they can get to share their views about Angotic and also what impact does Angotic has on them. But before that, I just want to say something about the expectation of the participation. I just read something that says there were over 10,000 participants, 150 startups and 60 companies that were expected to attend, with international companies participating to create partnerships and investment. I mean, that in particular, it can tell you how massive and how large this event is.
Exactly.
I mean, from being in South Africa, when I was doing research about it, I was like, Angotic is the largest technology event in Angola. That's big.
In fact, and I think this is a way of giving an opportunity to the people. I had somebody during this event. I heard somebody saying that there's no way you can show love to someone if you don't love yourself. This is a way of showing love to ourselves and also giving an opportunity for everyone else.
Yeah, and it's exceptional. Imagine we come to, I would say, a platform because it's your land. It's like we come and we are allowed to set up our platforms like Africa had, like in your land, in your places, and we can be able to, it's massive. It's massive, and I understand this, as much as they doing it in Angola for Angolian, but also Angolans are so open-minded to say, okay, we want the world to also be part of this. And that's where collaboration comes from.
Exactly.
Yes, and another thing that I learned is that not only is it just events that are happening or like people coming to exhibit, companies, tech companies, but also these media houses that are coming. And then this means so much because it tells you that this is a hub. As much as Your Excellency Mario mentioned yesterday, it feels like it's a hub, it's a culture. Because if media companies can come, tech companies can come, collaborations are made.
Of course.
I mean, they have. He mentioned about Namibia. There were a few countries that he mentioned that are literally have signed what you call collaboration with Angotic to just be part of providing the services. You can tell that's where literally you get to connect.
Yes, and I think some term of compromises have been also assigned which is a beginning for. And there is one thing I have to mention. I think our neighboring countries will not be jealous, but if we do the right steps, of course our neighbors will also benefit from it. Namibia is a fact already, and many other countries will come. Just have to do the right things, go to the right way, and I'm sure that our IT entities are ready to share what we have. This is what we were saying about love each other. And I'm sure Africans and the world itself, the human being, love each other. So we're not going to keep what we can share.
No, that's true.
That's true.
And on behalf of the Angolan, and I'm from another African country, so having to hear that from you being from here, I'm not saying no, you stay in your country like how. Thank you, we appreciate it. But while we add that, Thomas and I, we're going to be coming back to you in a few. Just make sure that you get to see the view of what's happening here. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a short.
And we'll ask you a favor. Please share this. Give it an opportunity to the others as you have also. Share love. Share news, share headlines activities, or share Africa headlines activities in Angotic 2025.
Sure. Here to talk with us. Hello, Minister, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for your time once again.
Thank you.
Yes.
Welcome to Angotic.
Thank
Welcome to Luanda.
Yes, thank you so much.
Enjoy your stay here.
Yeah. We're actually having a good time. They're taking care of us, and I appreciate you for that opportunity. So, Minister, let's talk about you from, I was taking from the beginning of you founding and coming up with Angotic, and make sure that you support us, you doing it each and every year. What has been the vision behind it?
The vision is that I can say that we feel that when you are working for development, in this case the ICT environment, you need to share the technology and show the Angolan citizens, the environment, what we are doing. And also the time that they should work together, show to everybody what we are doing, what we are doing, and also in terms of training of our youth. As you see during Angotic, a lot of young people here. And during Angotic we have training sessions, and also the most important are the big companies show the country the new technology, the new service that can help others in their business. And also in terms of the increase the digital literacy for our people, and ICT is for everyone, is for every Angolan, and also to show the African SADC countries, our region, that we must be together. We must work. If we work together, we will be strong in terms of our region. It is the main goal that we look for Angotic, but Angotic is also culture.
Like I can tell, you can tell when you're here, everybody's not here for the fact that it's an event.
Yes.
It's more of like a cultural thing to everybody.
Yeah, it's also culture, is integrity, because we have here a stand with the blind guys. This means that integrity of the Angolans, because yes, the blind can use also the technology, they can, and we are proving it that they can. And the companies can take them to be an employee. It is Angotic.
Wow. And it's very uplifting, the fact that it's, as you mentioned, that it accommodates everybody.
Everything.
And something that you mentioned on with the previous interview that you did, you said the expectation that you have is that the Angolan youth must not disappoint.
Yes.
That will start with me as a youth to say, if a leader happens to invent something like this, and then can we talk about that? What did you mean about they must not disappoint?
You see the stand of the startups. We have there 150 startups there. Okay. What can I say more? Sometimes it's difficult because it's so exciting to speak about this, because when you see these young people, it means that Angola has future.
That's true.
Africa has future. And the future is in technology. And it will be interesting for us when our youth people is interesting to start to know technology.
Yeah.
For us, is a high step, you know. And we are looking it. We are pushing.
Yes. Second last question being, you always promote collaboration when it comes to Angotic and every work that you do.
Yes.
And last year you guys did collaboration with Namibia. Yes. So is there any collaboration for this year with
Namibia, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and also South Africa. We have our space program. We have a good relationship with the space agents of South Africa. Yes, we work together to share knowledge. And let me tell you, SADC is building a satellite for SADC. And the share of this technical group is Angolan. And the co-share is South Africa. It means that we are together, not only for our internal business, South Africa and Angola, but also for in terms of SADC.
Yeah.
In terms of SADC.
Yeah. And Mr. We appreciate your work. And my last question would be, do you feel like your mission with Angotic is accomplished? I mean, we can tell, like by the look of the eyes, I'm like, of course, with all of these people.
Yeah.
But you feel like, given within, do you feel like you've accomplished what you want?
Yes, I do. Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
And is this year better than the other years?
Yes, it's much bigger, much bigger than the. For example, let me tell you, last year we had a lot, 80 stands. Now have become 125. And last year we had around 100 shops. This year we have 168 startups. We have also, if you see, this stand there for kids. They are program, they are studying AI. Young boys, 7, 8, 10 years old, is there since the beginning.
So you're preparing the future of
We
tomorrow
are preparing the
today.
future to that today.
Mr. Thank you so much. May God wish
It's
you
a
bless
pleasure.
for us so that, because this thing is not only helping Angola, it's helping
In
all
the countries.
And we appreciate you for that.
And we are increasing also our network. We have some programs that put internet connect up country on the village using our satellite and the sun free of charge, because you know today technology is life. You cannot be without technology.
No, we can't.
You can. And I says always that agriculture now doesn't do like my grandmom.
You are right.
Yeah, it's technology.
So I get you. So technology is our new agriculture, our new currency.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Minister.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Yes.